You think about just the problem solving that goes into teaching one class. It's really like almost like an advanced Rubik's Cube, right? Like there's so many different moving parts and so many variables in a class.
First off, can you introduce yourself?
So my name is Macleod, and I have been in Malaysia here now 4 months. Just came with the school. I've been teaching now for, I'd say, 12 years. I started my first year actually teaching at a very small private school in Ghana, West Africa. From there I taught 2.5 years helping to open a private language institute in South Korea, and then spent 8 years teaching at a public high school in America. And then finally, this is my fourth job and fourth continent, I'm sorry, third continent, fourth country that I've taught at.
When did you decide that teaching was your career path in life?
That was when I was 19 years old, my second year of college at university.
What is a typical day like as a teacher?
The first class that I would teach on a typical day would be my 8th grade English language arts class, 8th grade English language arts course. The second class that I teach is an advanced placement class. So this is actually a college level course. And students who take this course, they'll take a test at the end of the year, and if they do well on it, they actually get university credit. I'm also the advisor for our school's service learning program. We might teach them about the refugee crisis that's happening all around the world and how it affects Malaysia, and then we talk to them, well, what can you do about it, and how can you as a young person have a voice? So yeah, so I'm either teaching, planning, or creating.
Miles, what do you like most about being a teacher?
I find a great amount of satisfaction and joy of taking young people, watching them grow and progress, and then seeing them on the last day, right? So I enjoy that aspect. I love the fact that as a teacher, especially an English teacher, I get to really create my day. Every one of my lessons is uniquely my own, right? And so I love that freedom of choice I have each day. I also love learning. Right now I'm reading a new novel, Farewell to Manzanar, which is about the Japanese internment camps in America, and I'm reading it because I have to teach it next year. But along the way I get to learn new things, right? So I love learning. And then lastly, my favorite thing probably about being a teacher is I love problem solving.
Okay, and following up to that, what are some of the hardest parts of being a teacher?
Today's teacher has to deal with so many different stakeholders compared to teachers in the past. Now you also have teacher and parent a lot more involved, right? And then you even have, the administrators, right? That's another kind of stakeholder that, and especially in a private school, right? There's the business side of the school as well as the academic side, and how do we increase enrollment? I think that's a really unique challenge for the 21st century teacher is being able to manage and juggle all the different stakeholders that are involved in the classroom and in the decisions of the classroom today.
Throughout your teaching career, has there been a memorable moment or an experience?
2016-17, I was named the Teacher of the Year at my high school. I was also named that same year the Teacher of the Year in my county, which was one of the largest counties in America. And then I was also named Teacher of the Year in my state's region as well. So out of 100,000 teachers, I was selected as the Teacher of the Year. So in terms of recognition, that was obviously the most memorable.
And Miles, in your opinion, is there a perfect student or a perfect class?
It would be a lot like describing the perfect citizen, because really I'm in the business of creating good citizens. So someone who's not just learning because they want the A or the B, but someone who is learning because they understand and value that knowledge is the key to wisdom, and wisdom is the key to a good society. And so I think those would be the things that would make the perfect student is, love to learn, recognizes that learning is a gateway to making a positive difference, and then is not afraid of hard work or failure.
Miles, thank you so much for sharing your experience as a teacher, not only here but throughout your career. And for those at home, we hope you've learned a lot more about what it's like to be an educator at an international school.